Don't you know I'm pumped up, my kicks so Night City, you know I'm at back, baby. She don't got no customer though. In the love of clubbing, baby. That's just how it goes though. I don't need a sofa, somebody I used to know. Video game half mask, she just want the black flag. I just gotta sweat her, that just be the weather. Skinny lover, baby, she a blondie. That's just new slang for them tightrope mommies. Yeah, that's right, don't mess it up, that's the move, girl. Don't mess it up, that's my groove, girl. The less I know, the better. Baby girl, I rip high when I start sleeping on the floor. When I get hot, 10,000 opioids, 10,000 in a row. Boy, baby, what you want? Money and the chemicals, electric love.
Hello, how you guys doing out there? Hey, it's Willie P. Yeah, you're right. Tell me about it. All right, today, I got another reaction video for y'all. So I bet by now you guys have probably seen the WhistlinDiesel, him going to jail for tax evasion or something like this, right? So I thought I'd do a reaction to his basically like I guess it would be like a public response to what's going on. But let's go ahead and get into it, guys.
Hello everyone. A lot of my videos are very fun and lighthearted, so I joke around a lot and that's my personality, but this video is different. Everything in this video is 100% real that I'm going to talk about. It actually happened and I'm not joking around. So a few days ago, I was at work working at my shop and my guys come up to me and they're like, hey, there's like 6 cops coming down the driveway, and they're confused. I'm like, right, good one, guys. They're gonna prank me. So I walk outside and right away they say, Mr. Detweiler, put your hands behind your back. And I'm like, is this a joke? No, what's up? Yeah, that's me. Put your hands in your pocket. Yep. Is there a reason why? Is this a joke? They arrest me without at this point telling me why.
Is this a joke? Like, he genuinely thought it was a joke. Holy shit.
I still have zero clue. I'm very cooperative, very cooperative. I'm looking at my guys like, is something going on here? Or...
Yeah, because the guy is not doing anything bad, so he has nothing to worry about.
And obviously, they have no clue what's going on either. So these cops have walked down my whole driveway. My gate was shut, so they couldn't get in. They walked all the way down. And after like 2 minutes of us asking why, and one of them tightening the handcuffs until they wouldn't go anymore, they show us a piece of paper that says, this is a warrant for tax evasion.
What is this for? This is for tax evasion.
And right away, I'm like, tax evasion. Because I paid nearly dollars to the IRS and state. I paid all my taxes. It might look like what we do is illegal and sketchy, but I do everything within legal parameters. So we're very careful to pay our taxes. I have a great accountant that keeps track of everything. There were some words spreading around that I like don't pay my taxes. I pay a lot more than what I should probably actually. I think I'll go through this after and look at what I've been paying to make sure it's not too much. Nonetheless, I'm like, okay, the handcuffs are tight enough.
Won't that be crazy if he's looking and it actually shows that they actually owe him money and then they took him to jail?
And he keeps tightening them, like squeezing them tighter, like I'm gonna run. I was very cooperative. None of us did anything disrespectful whatsoever. But we filmed it, right, because it's for our protection as well. Just as they have a body cam, if this is America, people are on camera. And they're on my property as well. So they have a warrant for tax evasion. Of course, I have no clue what this is for. They won't explain why. I had not gotten a letter, a text, an email, a notice in the mail. Nobody got the slightest bit of notice what this could have been for. And I didn't even find out for several days after I was arrested. So yeah, we have everything on camera. I'll play the video here so you guys can be caught up and see what happened.
Yeah, what's up? Yeah, that's me. What's this for? How do you know? Is there a reason why? Is this a joke? No, at least you guys agents with the same point of view. Okay. Here we go. No, sir. What's the paper? Is that the warrant? Yeah. No. Well, he has a warrant. This is a criminal summons. Okay. Out of circuit court. What is this for?
Whoa.
This is for tax evasion.
Okay.
Can I see that? Who are you? See all of the company.
Is that what this whole thing is for?
Give him his copy if he wants to give it to this guy. That's cool. 401. Are you cool with him?
Oh yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's what it's about.
Your form has this for the company, WhistlinDiesel, or whatever your company is called, but the estate agents have warrants for you individual.
Oh, so the other stuff.
Yeah.
It's same stuff.
Oh,
it's for you, the individual, and the LLC.
Okay, the cops are tightening up. Are you unlocking those or tightening them up?
I'm tightening. I'm putting them where they won't tighten anymore.
Okay.
Is it a joke? Are you guys?
This is legitimate.
I just paid like dollars to IRS, so.
This is state, not federal.
Oh, just state.
State, yes.
This is county, and it's from Williams County.
Oh, then they'll lose.
That's what we're serving. They're with the state. They're serving something.
They'll lose heavy because, you know, the state and the county, I mean, and they're just doing their job, right? But this guy's definitely got enough money that he's gonna get a lawyer that's gonna fucking smoke a district attorney into the floor. So, at least that's what I would presume.
Completely different.
Wait, what's the completely different one?
No, it's the same
Or
thing.
both, they're both tax evasion.
Yeah, it's tax evasion. It's for you personally and for the company.
Okay.
The Department of
That's
Revenue,
not federal.
No, it's all state. The Tennessee Department of Revenue got indictments against you as an individual and the LLC.
I'm not sure what this is for, but they say it's tax evasion. I just paid like $1 to IRS the last 2 years, so we've made regular payments. So I'm not sure what this is about, so we'll see what it's for.
Mr. Detweiler, what this is it's state, not federal.
Okay.
So it has nothing to do with the IRS. You have a bond that was set by the judge at $20,000. Okay.
Have they tried contacting me about this? Because I haven't.
They contacted us today and asked us to come out here and assist them with serving
So
warrants
this is for
by the
20
sheriff's office.
so this is for 20 grand?
No, the bond is 20 grand.
Oh, I see.
I don't know
You
what
can
the
get
amount
processed
is.
that. You can be out in the next few hours, just going to how quick the jail can get you processed.
Oh, yeah, where's he going now? Williamson County Jail in Century Court.
I
No,
mean, you guys
it's
can
408
all the way
Century
to the
Court.
road,
Just meet him
or
there.
you want someone to open the gate and you pull up?
Okay, it'll take a few hours.
So wait, they had him basically released that same day?
Just walk with us, I guess.
Get our steps in for the day.
All right, this is my first actual arrest, I guess. We walk all the way back up my driveway. I was like, I'll give you guys the gate code, and you can bring your cars down and pick me up. We can make this so convenient for everybody. I'll give you all the gate code if you want to drive in next time. No, I mean, is this why the helicopter was over our place?
No.
All right.
We should have brought the helicopter.
You should have.
You guys have like accountants and attorneys and stuff, like it should be squared away. I don't know, this is really unexpected.
The most money we spent is on taxes, so yeah, all taxes are paid in full.
I make monthly payments from my accountant, like probably
I'm pretty sure that the tax evasion thing goes into multiple, like, different degrees.
$1 a year for taxes. So we'll see what
Hold on.
it's about, unless those haven't getting made. But very interesting. I have no clue what it's for, so I guess I'm going to jail. We got the cuffs and everything. The cuffs are on my wrist.
And it's not a prank.
I need a Bluetooth or something today. Go, Tyler.
Yeah. See you, man.
That's right, this is something.
Hi, Cody.
You didn't always say you wanted to go to jail. He literally said that like 2 weeks ago.
What?
I'm being very cooperative and chill, and I know some people.
Okay, hold up here, guys. Suspicion of legal failure to pay or underpayment of taxes owed to the government. This is different from tax legal matter. Well, oh, examples. Okay. Underreporting or not reporting income to tax authorities, falsifying deductions and credits, keeping two sets of financial books for a business, concealing money and other assets in offshore bank accounts, dealing extensively in cash to avoid a paper trail.
The sheriff's
Okay.
office, like we're friends. I let them hunt
So
on my
there's
property.
like multiple.
So I was
There's like multiple different ways you could do tax, or that tax evasion would be the case.
quite taken aback that no one was talking to us or communicating to us. I'm a very, in real life, I'm a very chill person. Like I'll joke around and have. I was being very respectful. I'm like in my Christmas sweater. I'm just chilling, and all my guys are like so confused. Like they think I've done something terrible. Like, what did Cody do? And I'm like, what did I do? I had no clue what I did. And so I thought I was like, are they pinning me for like a murder? I was like actually worried it was something like crazy. And they're like, oh, tax evasion. I'm like, okay. They sent me an unmarked car. They say, hey, the bail is 20 grand. There was a lot of words spreading around. There was 2 million. They left out the comma in the period. That's how fast the media can spread something false. I thought it was funny though. They're much more polite at the sheriff's station, but they had the handcuffs like so tight I could not move my hands.
That is so funny. So they basically moved the comma.
They must have thought I was going to fight back, considering they saw the tank and the killdozer when they were walking in. They were probably quite concerned, actually. I'm being booked into jail. Some of them are fans there. They're like laughing, like, what is he doing in here? And they're like, I heard like, oh, I've never seen that one before. Tax evasion. I fill out some paperwork saying I'm not suicidal and all this. I go into a jail cell. There's a guy next door banging on the walls and screaming bloody murder and like clawing his way out. I'm like, am I going to be in there with that guy? Because I will fight him if I have to. And they put me in my own cell, so that was nice. They put me in my own jail cell, and I was expecting. I know we're getting off track. I was expecting jail to be a lot worse. I'll tell you that. I'm moving out of this to save some money because I have some other expenses not related to this whole thing. Maybe Bugatti. And the space I'm moving into is actually smaller than what the jail cell was. And I was like, this has a bathroom. The floors are. I took off my orange Crocs and I was in my socks doing squats and I was weightlifting in my jail cell. And I was in there for maybe 2 hours. My friends got me out. I love my team. They helped me very quickly. Within 3 hours, I was out of jail.
We need $22,000 right now.
Where's that bag of cash?
Nick, do you have any cash on you?
I got like $6.
Jay, how much cash do you have on you?
I got an empty gum bag. I got 25, 30.
Oh my gosh. We don't have any money to bail Cody out. He's gonna be in there for like 5 months.
Oh, that's $20.
Here.
You've reached the office of Sullivan and Associates. Your one-stop shop. Better call Saul.
All right, so we're here to bail Cody out, and we came prepared. Not sure how much his bail is, but hopefully it's enough. Yeah, I need to bail my buddy out of jail.
Okay, what's his name?
Cody Detweiler.
It's gonna be a few hours.
He's 29 days jail yet. Yeah, I gotta book him and everything.
Yeah, we're gonna take our sweet time and get lunch, have a couple of drinks, celebrate this, and then be back. Thank you. $1 million bond. Insane.
It's not too long.
Can you make it $2 million? Thank you so much.
Bro.
That was brutal. Brutal. It's really bad. I might come back tomorrow though. I don't even know what that was about. I still don't know. I have zero clue why I came here. After the first couple days, like it got like really hard. Bond is an amount of money promising that you will go to your court date. If you don't, they keep the money. So the $20,000 is used for that. And of course, we're like, all right, I'm not gonna stay in jail for 3 months or 6 or however long this is. The next court date is in January. So I get out of jail, and I was like, I'm not gonna post it yet because I don't know all the details yet. I didn't know why. And I was like, I just wanna see when people find out. Within 3 hours, it was everywhere. The whole world knew. So you may be wondering what all this is for. Why 5 cops showed at my door and arrested me after having a clean record. This is for sales tax on one car, my Ferrari. That doesn't exist anymore. It's in a cube because it accidentally caught on fire. Not even in Tennessee, it caught on fire in Texas. That's what this is about. Not a letter, not a notice, not anything saying, hey, you owe the sales tax on this car, nothing. This is the Montana title, clean title, to my $400,000 Ferrari F8, which sales tax in Tennessee would be roughly $30,000 or something like that. And so this car, this Ferrari, was titled and registered in Montana. I should remind you, 85% of luxury car owners have a business in Montana. There is an option to have a business in Montana that holds your assets, that is not you, it holds your assets in Montana, where you can run business out of, that just so happens to not require sales tax on specifically vehicles or luxury items, especially many luxury car owners have businesses in Montana. Currently, we are asking the state, what is the qualification for the amount of time that that vehicle would be in or operated out of Tennessee, considering the car burned down in Texas and was traveling in other states while I owned it, considering the amount of manpower they sent, the car doesn't exist anymore, the amount of money it's over, the fact that there's on the streets, the fact that there's people out there killing people, and that's quite alarming considering this country is in a desperate position to take care of important matters. Sorry, I'm gonna try to stay chill. It's actually angering. Like, I'm not mad that this is happening to me. I'm a YouTuber. I'm the best person this could have happened to, frankly, because this would affect a lot of other people. I've been in this position before where a much bigger government entity was coming after me, and I stood my ground. I don't put up with this because, frankly, I know a lot of people that could be in the same position I am in right now, and they might not stand up as well to it. Not to mention the fact that
Yeah, I mean, for the real fact that, I mean, most people would fold to the idea that they got hit with something. You see what I'm saying? So like, I just don't think that normal people have the type of bread to be able to make stuff happen, you know?
Trying to start a family. I have a girlfriend who's Russian, actually. I moved her to Dubai, and as much as everybody likes to think that it's not real love or whatever the narrative is of other people, I'm trying to start a family, and I love my girlfriend, my fiance, actually. And something on my record, like this situation, could perhaps affect my ability to start a family in the country that I was born and raised and obeyed all the laws in, and worked hard and made a lot of money for and supported. So this is a big deal. And I've heard of this happening before in different ways. A state would say, hey, we don't like this. How much is your car in this state? And if it's in here a certain amount of time, you're gonna need to pay the sales tax. And tax also, there's an interesting thing if you're late on your federal or your state taxes, they send you something saying, hey, you owe this. I never got a letter, zero notice that anything like this was going on. There's so many layers to this and aspects to dissect. But of course, I want to do everything fairly. That's why I pay my federal and state tax. I've never been behind. So like getting a letter saying I owe $30,000 is quite possibly the simplest, fastest thing that could have happened. And frankly, if they're gonna do it to me, if they wanna play this game with me, there's several million other people they're gonna have to play it with. America's a great country. I love it. I love America so much. But America's ran by the people. And as with all things, I think there's a delicate line to balance between the government and the people and what's fair. Obviously, we want roads to drive on. We want nice public amenities, maybe a park or so. We want a police force. We want good police. You can't defund the police. The police need to be able to defend us. We need a good military. I'm not against paying taxes, to be frank. I think the whole taxation is theft. Yeah, it's true up to an extent, but some tax is required to operate the country, right? It can't be privately funded. The billionaire would run out of money really quickly. A lot of people think Ferrari's mad at this. I think they are. I don't think they would go to that length to try to but maybe. I wouldn't put it past them because they've shredded like enthusiasts of Ferrari's replica cars. Like someone loves Ferrari, so they build a replica and Ferrari like made a whole point to like shred it because they didn't want anyone having a car like them. I don't know. I wouldn't put it past them. I'm dying to know who decided that this was worth the time and resources instead of just sending me a letter. I will work with anyone to resolve something in an amicable way. Frankly, it's not worth anybody's time. It's not worth my time. It is. I'm gonna make money on this. I mean, it's not worth. Frankly, the taxes that they're wanting for this, the $30,000 that they want for the sales tax on this car, is probably not even gonna come close to covering the money they're spending on me for this, which leads me to think that there's another angle, which I'll get into now. I think they went after me specifically because they think it will make a wave through the car community because I'm a social media influencer in the automotive industry, and when people see this, they're all gonna go change their Montana registration to their home state. They're gonna go back to Tennessee, and they're gonna go be like, oh, well, let's pay all of our sales tax because I'm gonna register my car in Tennessee because I don't wanna be arrested because I have a wife and kids at home, and I could go to prison. I don't wanna go to prison. Of course I'm gonna do that, right? That's why they went after me, I think, because they wanna make a wave and they want everybody else because they know that there'll be videos. They know that this is gonna make it to the news and that everybody's gonna cover this, and why would it not scare people into re-registering their vehicles and paying all that sales tax? Crazy thing, this is your own government. Doing this to you soon. So I think the one very slight oversight that they ignored is that I won't put up with that. That's not how this is going to go. I'm actually in the middle of purchasing property in Montana right now. So I'm actually buying land in Montana, and that is where my business will now be set up. If they didn't stop with me, they won't stop with you. They will come to your door and they will arrest you.
Put on the screen there?
Doing this to you soon. So I think the one very slight oversight right now. So I'm actually buying land in Montana, and
to physically move out of Tennessee myself.
that is where my business will now be set up. If they didn't stop with me, they won't stop with you. They will come to your door and they will arrest you. And who knows the limit that this could go to, considering this is over one single car that doesn't exist anymore. Imagine what they'll do to you with maybe many cars who still exist. That being said, at the moment, I cannot recommend enough. If you are in Tennessee, buy property in Montana. It's a great place to settle down. Buy property in Montana, operate your business out of there, And I will let everybody know as soon as I get updates. I'm going to let everybody know what they say is the minimum requirement that you can have your vehicles in Tennessee if they're registered in Montana. In other words, this is a tractor for all they're concerned. That being said, I cannot recommend Montana enough. I think this is a lovely place to go. I mean, I drove through there. I'm buying land there. I have some very good lawyers that are working on this. I want to smile for everyone who actually reached out, like my friends that I haven't even talked to in a long time who are reaching out like, hey, can we do anything for you? I genuinely appreciate that so much. Like you find out who your friends are, and I realize that. If people want to hate me for other stuff, go for it and give me a hard time, but this affects you. If they went after me without sending a notice for that, there's no telling what they'll do. So,
I mean, they've been doing this. Just because it just now happened to you doesn't mean that it had. I mean, this has been happening all over the country for a long time, like where they use weird tax laws from a different state to try and tack it on to somebody in a different state to, like, not in the sense that, like, I mean, it's for stuff that, but it's all loophole stuff. It's all rich people loophole stuff. Like, come on, man.
I want to announce my website's back. I haven't sold merch in a long time. So I'm bringing back merch. I'm bringing back just quality clothes. I'm selling hoodies and shirts with my indictment charge to pay for my legal fees because this could get pretty expensive. And just for you guys, because I love you all, there is no sales tax charge. There's a 10% deduction on the product. So I'm going to cover that. I'll make less money on it. But yeah, no sales tax on these. So sales tax won't benefit them too much if the prices are too cheap to tax. So legally, I'm not going to really discuss where we're going, strategy-wise with this, but there's no telling how long it could go. I had another case that went on for 1.5 years last time for splashing with a jet ski. The next court date is already in January. So this is probably going to be drawn on for several years. I just want to tell them, I'm sure they're watching this, the people that filed this, Curtis or whatever, or whoever did the research, or the guy at Ferrari or whatever. I just want to tell you to pick your battles wisely. I treat everyone with respect. The American people are the ones in charge here. So yeah, I mean, they could have sent me a letter. No problem with paying the sales tax, guys. I mean, if you can find a legal way, that's the thing. Nobody wants to pay taxes. And I feel like if there is an amount of taxes that is fair to pay. I think this is a matter of making it very clear what is to be done in certain situations. If money is owed, you make it clear. You don't confuse the American.
They're literally kind of dumb though for doing that the way that they did, because they literally just proved that they have large cash sums on them always.
Public. You don't pick and pry for the slightest little outlier.
Come
you need
on,
to make it very
man.
clear in the code what can and cannot be done before you get tied up in endless legal problems and waste the Americans' time. I have been promising, of course, a Bugatti durability test. I know everybody wants to see that, and this has made me slightly question the methods that I would go about durability testing cars, considering that's my business. If I do a Bugatti durability test and that car's $3 million, I'm paying, I think it would be $400,000 in sales tax. A whole Ferrari of sales tax. That's not affordable. I can't afford that. I can barely afford the Bugatti. That's why I'm doing this. This is the pinnacle. It's a really cool thing to do. But I can't afford the sales tax on the Bugatti. So I'm happy to announce we're finding new ways to do this that will be much more affordable, that will not allow the state of Tennessee or other states to get the sales tax from it. This is not tax evasion. It's simply just not going to be my car. So it'll be something that tax has already been paid on. I have to do things that way. I'm just going to borrow people's cars. So totally legal. Not tax evasion, not tax avoidance. It's just not getting taxed. I'm glad this happened before I went much further with my business, because I spent a lot of money, frankly. They always talk about taxing the rich. The people that have billions cannot be affected by what you're trying to do. There's other places in the world. If you make America restricted for them, they just go somewhere else. They bring their influence somewhere else, to some island somewhere. What you're really affecting is the middle class and upper middle class and lower middle class, frankly, people who are hardworking in America, who are trying to make it by, who are abiding by the rules, who are going to pay the tax, who get taxed more and more and more, and they get taxed on their tax. Because some people want to live for free, based off all the other people who work really hard and pay their tax, and then they get money from all the hardworking people, and they vote tax the rich. And then that group of people gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until they influence everything. Now, hey, that's all fair until you realize that America can only run, there's only money if people work. And once that dream dies, it all falls apart. I see a lot of comments. Everybody's like, oh, Cody's rich, he can afford the tax. Well, sure, yeah, I mean, I can afford one or two things. My problem is that they didn't try emailing me, texting me, saying what I owe or anything, saying, hey, oh, Cody's rich, he can afford the tax. Well, sure, yeah, I mean, I can afford one or two things. My problem.
Oh, dude.
Cody's rich, he can afford the tax. Well, sure, yeah, I mean, I can afford one or two.
The Ferrari. Over $7?
Things. My problem.
Dude, you son of a bitch.
I can afford one or two things. My problem.
I wanted to see the freaking bulldozer. What is it? I'm thinking he's saying
Sure, yeah, I mean,
7 million?
I can afford one or two things.
One killdozer. I think he's saying 4 million. 7 million, 4 million.
My problem is that they didn't try emailing me, texting me, saying what I owe or anything, saying, hey, you owe us this money. There's no attempt to do this amicably, which is the precise reason that I am now no longer going to do this amicably. I'm surprised it was for that. I was actually very surprised it was for tax evasion. I was like, surely they would have found something like worthwhile. I thought it'd be something major, like they found a nuclear bomb in my garage or something. And they're like, tax evasion. I was like, oh, thank God. I'll give you guys updates as I get them. Thank you for watching this. Thank you for supporting me. I really appreciate everyone. Oh, and stay tuned for these. These are coming up on my website soon. Solid carbon.
Don't. That hat right there is like a Kill Tony hat. I would not rock it. But I do feel bad for the dude, and I do feel like he's kind of getting done dirty in a sense. But I think there's other stuff, you know.
Fiber cowboy hat. Really cool. It's like a matte carbon fiber. These things are sick. So
it looks like Kill Tony.
I really hate to see the sales tax on these. They're probably going to raise it after this, actually. I'd probably piss someone off up there. They're going to raise the sales tax. They're probably going to come for every, not going to lie. They're going to come to arrest everybody. I'd leave Tennessee.
Holy shit. His whole thing. He's like, just leave Tennessee. Just leave Tennessee. Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, no, I get it, dude. If they're screwing you over and they're going to try and hit you with this shit, then boom, then we're moved then. We're not even in your state anymore, so that can't even be valid. Smart decision, kind of. But thank you guys for watching, and this has been Willie P Reacts, man. Bing, bop, boom, bop, bam.